Hi everyone, welcome back to Easy Coding. Sorry for the delay in video uploading. I was busy with my current project delivery from the past 3 months. I will try my best to upload valuable contents as much as I can. So thank you so much for the support you have provided so far, and please continue to support and provide your suggestions as well. If you haven't subscribed my channel, please care to subscribe for latest updates. So in this video, we are going to see the IBM Automation Tester technical interview questions and its answers. So without wasting your time, let's get started. Let's look into the first question, which is introduce yourself, roles and responsibilities in your projects. In this question, you have to explain about yourself, your overall experience in the testing, and how many years of experience in manual testing and overall experience in the automation testing as well. Coming to the point of roles and responsibilities, you have to specify what are the roles and responsibilities you have done in your project. And you can specifically mention about the skill set related to automation testing and the tools you have used in this area. Let's go to next question, that is explain your automation framework. So in this one, you have to explain about your automation framework. So you have to say which language you have used, C Sharp or Java, whatever the programming language, you have to explain that first. And what kind of framework you have used there, so like a keyword driven or a hybrid, so that you have to specify. And the page object model design pattern, if you have used that kind of design pattern, that also you have to specify. And overall structure of your project, the reporting mechanism, and what is the version control tool you have used, all those things, and the Eclipse or IntelliJ, whatever the ID you have used, that also you can specify there. So you should be very clear about your automation framework, because this is the best area where we can create a best impression. So you have to prepare in that way. So let's go to the next question, that is question number 3. What is page factory? How to initialize and number of parameters in that. So this is a frequently asked question, so you should be very clear about page factory. So let's go to the first point, that is page factory is a class provided by Selenium WebDriver to implement the page object model. So we know page object model is a design pattern, and in order to do that, or in order to implement that, we are using page factory. So most of the people will be confused with the page object model and page factory. So you have to note that page factory is used to implement page object model. It is not similar to page object model. So these are different concepts, and in order to implement page object model, we are using page factory. And let's go to the next point, that is in page factory we use @find by annotation. Yeah, you can see, if you have used earlier, we can see that @find by is used in the page factory concept. And the init elements method is used to initialize all the web elements. So init elements is the way we are using to initialize web elements in the page factory. And the @find by annotation is the essence of the page factory approach. It is used to locate the web elements using different locator strategies. So we can use different locator strategies in the page factory. Let's go to the next slide, that is additionally, it helps in quickly locating the web elements using one of the search criteria. So we can see what are the different ways of using that. So first method is specifying the how and using. So @find by how is equal to how.id, comma using equal to username. So id is equal to username. This value we are providing. So how means in which locator we are using, that is how.id locator we are using, and what is the value of that, that is the username, and the web element name is the username. Here we are declaring web element username. And another way is without using the how, that is by directly using the locator id, xpath, css, etc. So here we can see @find by id is equal to username. Here we are directly providing id equal to username. Here we have used how and using. So this is the simplest way, by @find by id equal to username, and we have declared the username as well. So these are the two ways to use the @find by annotation. Let's take the other point. So the next point, initializing the elements using init elements. So this is a static method used to initialize the web elements that we locate using the find by or other annotation. So we have to note that this is a static method used to initialize the web elements. Which one? Init elements. Okay, this init elements method will create all web elements, and page factory dot init elements driver comma this is the syntax, and it is called inside a constructor. You have to note it is called inside a constructor, and that will be automatically initialize all the elements in that page class when it is instantiated. In the next one, we can see the syntax, that is the public static void init elements of WebDriver comma object page. So let's see the explanation. This method takes two input parameters such as driver object declared in the test and current object page. And the keyword this is used to pass the current page object, and it returns nothing. The general syntax to call init elements method inside a constructor is public class name WebDriver drive page factory dot init elements of driver comma this. So this is the corresponding syntax. When we initialize page object using page factory class, the page factory class searches for the elements on the web page with whatever the ID we are provided or name attribute and matching with the name of the web element we have declared in that page class. So in that way it is finding out the corresponding value. So that's all about the page factory. So let's go to the next question. Question number 4, write the syntax of action class and why driver is passing in that. So we know that action class is used for drag and drop functionality. So here we can see the syntax of the action class, that is actions act is equal to new actions of driver. So this is the syntax of action class and it is used for drag and drop functionality. So it will drag from a location and it will drop in one location. That is the drag and drop functionality. So here we can see the object we have created, that is act dot drag and drop of from to, from where we have to drag and from where to we have to drop. So that is the from to, that is source and destination dot build dot perform. So this is the syntax of the action class. We create objects of actions class as we use methods of actions class. We are using the methods of this action class. So in order to use that, we have to create a object of the same. So that we have created act as a object of the action class, and using that we are accessing the methods, that is act dot drag and drop of from to. This is the syntax for the corresponding action class. And for drag and drop element, we use drag and drop method of action class and passes the parameters as the first element source locator from and the second element destination locator, that is the 2. Driver is being passed as an argument so that Selenium is able to locate the element on the browser. An element is returned so that an action can be performed on the particular element. So the reason why the driver is passing in the action class is that Selenium will be able to locate the element on the browser using that driver. And the element will be returned so that particular action can be performed on that element. Let's go to the next question, that is question number 5. Write a program to find out largest element in an array in any language. You can use C# or Java or Python, any programming language you can use. So let us see a program in the Java programming language. I hope the question is clear to all of you. Suppose we have 5 set of numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out of these 5 values, we have to find out which is the largest. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 is the largest one. So that we have to find out. So let's see how we can do with the Java programming language. So first we have declared one class, that is largest element array, and we have declared the main method, and we have declared one array, that is int arr, with 5 set of elements 25, 11, 7, 75, 56, and the array of 0 is 25, this is array of 1, and this is array of 2, and this is array of 3, and this is array of 4. So we have these many elements. So the logic what we are going to apply here is, let's suppose 25 is the max value. We will compare this 25 with all the other values. If we find out any value which is greater than 25, let's suppose the 75 is greater than 25. So at that time, we will change the value of max. We will change the value of max to 75. And then the iteration will continue, and if it's find out another value greater than 75, then it will change the value of 75, that is the maximum value, it will change to the new value. So after all the iteration, we will get the max value from this array. So let's continue with the program. So here we have int max equal to array of 0. So as I mentioned, let's suppose the 25 was the max value, the first value. So array of 0 means 25. And for in I is equal to 0, I less than array dot length I plus plus. End of the array, we have to iterate it. So let's see the logic here. If array of I greater than max. So here we can see max value is 25. So it will compare if 25 greater than 11 or 25 greater than 7 or 25 greater than 75. If it's find out it is greater than, then what it will do? It will assign that array of I value to max. In the initial iterations, there is no change because here we can see 25 is greater than 11, 25 is greater than 7, and in the next iteration we can see 25 is less than 75. So it will change the value. So the max value will become 75. So the new max value is 75. In the next iteration, it will check array of I greater than max value. So the new max value is 75 and array of I is the 56. It will check 56 greater than 75. So the condition is failed. So it will not assign the array of I to max value. So we received the result as 75 as the max value. So we can print that largest element present in the array is the max value, which is nothing, it's the 75. So this is the logic to find out the largest element in an array. That's all about today's video. I hope it's clear to all of you. If you have any queries, please feel free to comment in the comment section. And thank you so much for your support. So in the next video, we will be discussing the IBM test automation interview remaining questions. So thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.